Hey guys, it's Vicki from The Versatile Mama, and today's video is going to be pretty quick. It's going to be just me going over what I did, or at least what I think I did, that caused me to make $1,500 my first month on Poshmark. And I'm going to make multiple videos about Poshmark, but this is my first because I'm testing things still. That's the biggest thing with Poshmark, is kind of trying out different things to see what works. Nobody really knows what their algorithm is, so we're just all testing out stuff. All right, so my first month was in May, and I had 100 listings. The biggest thing that I can say, always make sure your title is descriptive. So you want to have, always put the name brand of whatever the item is you have. Make sure you have the name brand. If you can fit the color, put the color, and whether it's a skirt or a dress, if you know the exact style, put that in. And also put the size, because people who are going to Google are going to type in stuff like that. And honestly, I tested it. I had listed an item, I went to Google, typed in some of my keywords, and it immediately popped up. So it's like almost instant on Google when you type on Poshmark, or when you list on Poshmark. So yeah, make sure your title is descriptive with the brand, size, color, the type of clothing. Description, make sure that you're describing your item properly. Make sure you have it listed in the correct category for men or women, whatnot. Make sure in your description that you add measurements. You want to make sure that you measure the items you have. You can go buy cloth tape from like Walmart for like $3, and you can use that. When I measure shirts, I do pit to pit, laying flat, and I'll do shoulder to the length, shoulder to the bottom of the shirt, the hem. That'll be the length. For pants, I always do the waist, the rise, and the inseam. You can also Google how to measure clothing online. It'll bring up how to do it, where to measure it, so on and so on. Material. People are always asking about material, what type of material. Take a picture. Now, you can take a picture. You take a million pictures, doesn't mean people are going to look at it. But at least if they comment, hey, what's the material? You can be like, it's in the photos. Okay? Excuse me. So, you can take a picture of the tag that shows what material the item is made of, and it'll save you a lot of time. Also take a picture of the brand and the size tag label. I always take a picture of both labels. I'll do a picture of the front, the back, and any type of imperfection. Always, always, always list. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a stray string. List it, because these people will they will open a case in a heartbeat to try to either get it returned or whatnot. Some people have buyer's remorse, and they'll buy something and they'll regret it, and they will look for something. They will find something, and they will win that case. So make sure you really look good. Any kind of stain, anything. You can sell stuff like that that's defective, but make sure you tell people, hey, it's defective. All right. So I had 100 listings, like right at 100. I had chosen to add 100 every month. That was my goal, and I'm there. I'm at 480 right now, a little shy of 500, and I would share multiple times a day. This was the thing. It was a lot easier when I had 100 listings to share than it is now. I have 480. It's still kind of tough. I had more than that, but I had decreased because I'm testing things. So share times. I would share when I first woke up in the morning. I would do each item. I would click on it. I would click edit, next, and list. And I would do that for every single item, okay? And I would do that all the way through. And then I would share again at 12 p.m. my time, which is Eastern time. I would share if I had anything for the party. They have parties. And I would share during the party any items that I was able to share. And at 3 p.m. I would do that as well. At about 5 p.m. I would share my closet again. Now, some people don't think 5 p.m. is a good time to share, but that's what I did. I'm just saying. So at 5 p.m. I would do the whole edit next list on all 100 of my items. I would do that. It was easier to do on the phone than sharing just to followers, in my opinion. Anyway, so I would do edit next edit next list at 5 p.m. At 7 p.m. they would have another party, and I would share any items that I had that were that had anything to do with that type of party. They're themed parties, so if you don't have, like, say it's kids clothes, if you don't have kids clothes, then you can't participate in the party. So I try to keep men's, women's, and children's clothes in my closet, just so I have something to share. Now, at 10 p.m. they have the last party, which is basically, it's a themed party, but you could share anything at 10 p.m. So I would share my entire closet, doing the edit next and list, and that's all I did. Okay, literally that's all I did for sharing. As for offers, so anytime somebody likes something that you have, I would start off and I would offer them $4.99 shipping, and I would offer them 10% off. I learned don't go too high on your percentage off, because they do something called closet clear out, where you drop your price by 10% and they'll give people free shipping or discounted shipping. So be careful with your pricing. Pricing is a big thing. I always set mine a little bit higher for that purpose. So if somebody likes something, you can go down to the option where it says offer to likers, and you would click that, and you can give 10, 20, or 30% off, and then you can either do $4.99 shipping or $6.49 shipping, or free shipping. That money does come from your money, your earnings, so be careful when you do that. Set your price a little bit higher so it equals out for you. But yeah, anytime somebody likes something, I would always send them an offer. I would never go over 20% with my offers unless it was a very high price and I felt like I would still make a decent profit off of it. So anytime somebody sent me an offer, if it was reasonable, I would accept it. If I didn't think it was reasonable, I would increase it by about $5 or $10 depending on how much they offered, and because you can counter the offers that they send you. And most of the time people accepted those offers. Every now and then somebody wouldn't, and then they send another lowball offer. You will get lowball offers constantly. Sometimes you just have to decline them and move on. So, but yeah, that's basically it. The closet clear out, I feel I had a lot of success with that. My first month when they did that, I want to say that was my biggest, the first one that we had was my biggest sales. I think I sold like 17 items in one day. I had broke like $150. So it was pretty great. But that's all I did. Like, I don't know if it had to do with the amount of things I had, how often I was sharing. I really don't know. But that's all I did. So if that helps you, great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But it worked for me, you know. You really need to share your closet. You need to get it seen. Oh, and I didn't say, if somebody shared my item, I would return the share and I would share theirs. So if they shared 5 of my items, I would share 5 of theirs, so on and so on. It's a little harder now because I have people sharing like 20 of my items, and I can't share 20 of theirs back. I have so much going on right now. It's tough. But yeah, build. Oh, and the last thing, I cannot forget about this. And like I said, I did a lot of researching before I started selling at Poshmark, so I feel like the research that I found is pretty valuable. I still use it today and it's working. So after, like, if I had like downtime, I would go and I would follow people. Okay, you want to be active in the app. You want to follow people. You want to comment on people's stuff, like their stuff. I would go to the Find People section of the app, and I would go up to brands. Like, I think I would type my brands, and then I would click all brands in the search, and then I'd go to active now under the sellers, and I would just go through and I would follow all the sellers that are currently active. And you can also find that through going through the feed. Make sure you have it where it's up to date or up real time, and you can see like people who are sharing people's stuff. You can actually click their name and share their stuff, so that means they're actually active. So if you want somebody to share your stuff right then and there, that's a good way to do it. I think that's all the time I have. I'm about to run out of time because YouTube only gives me like 15 minutes. So that's it. Again, if you want to use my link below, you can sign up, get a free $5 credit, and you can do the same. Once you sign up, you can invite your friends and they can get free $5 credits too. So that's it. Have a great day. I'm going to make some more videos about cases being opened on Poshmark, and that's probably going to be the next video. So you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.